Assalamu alaikum students. This is mathematics grade 2, and we are again continuing our unit number 1, numbers up to 200, and our today's topic is comparing numbers, and this is day 4. So let us initiate our lesson. Uh, Firstly, let us see what are the student learning outcomes for today's lesson. By the end of this lesson, we will be able to compare 3-digit numbers by matching numbers of digit, by equating digits of same places, and secondly, then we can identify smaller and greater from two numbers and smallest and greatest from a collection of numbers, and by comparing their place values. So firstly, how to compare numbers? This is a general question. In the previous classes we have learned the comparison of two digit numbers. So here, watch this video, and after this video, I will ask a few questions from you regarding this video. So here we go.
Determine whether 394 is greater than or less than 397. Then write the expression that shows this using either, well, this symbol or that symbol. And this is actually the less than symbol. Think a little bit more about how to remember that. That is the less than symbol, and this is the greater than symbol. Greater than. So first of all, let's just look at the two numbers, 394 and 397. So let me write them down. 394, 394, and the other number is 397. 397. Now, they both have 300s, so they're hundreds places equivalent. They both have 90, that 9 there. But this is 300 plus 90 plus 4. Plus 4, and this is 300 plus 90 plus 7, and we know that 4 is less than 7. If you look on a number line, 4 comes before 7. If you're counting to 7, you're going to pass up 4. So 394 is less than 397, and the way that we write that, we would just write 394 is less than 397. And the way I remember that this means less than, is that the smaller number is on the side that has kind of a smaller side. You can imagine this side is much smaller than this side over here. We could also write the other way. We could write 397 is greater than 394. And once again, the bigger number is the side that this little thing is opening onto, or the side that has I guess the bigger side of this symbol right here. This point is the smaller side. This out here is the bigger side. That's where you put the large number. Greater than, less than.
So students, you have watched this video, and here we have in this video we have described how to compare 3-digit numbers. So comparing numbers follow certain rules. The rule number 1 is a number which has greater number of digits is the greater. So we can say that a 2-digit number is greater than a 1-digit number. Similarly, a 3-digit number is greater than a 2-digit number. So for this, let us elaborate this with the help of a few examples. Firstly, we are comparing two numbers. Firstly, the first number we are having is 147, and the second number is 79. So firstly, we can analyze these numbers using block chart diagram. So here we have 124. As we can see that 124 comprises of 100s, 2 tens, and 4 ones. So it means for 100 we will draw a 100s grid. For 2 tens we will draw 2 cubic tens, and for 4 ones we will draw 4 cubic ones. Now similarly 71, as 71 comprises of 2-digit numbers, so the digit 7 consists of 7 tens, and the digit 9 comprises of 9 ones. Here we can see that the number 124 is greater than 79. This can be said in two ways. This can be said in two ways. Let me show you. Firstly, we can see that this is a 100-digit grid, and if we analyze this hundreds grid in the form of tens, so we can count it as in the form of tens. This is one tens, this is two tens, this is three tens, this is four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and this is the tenth tens. Here is the 11 tens, and here is the 12 tens. Here we are having only seven tens. One, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. So as we are having 12 tens here, out of which 10 tens forms 100, so 12 tens is certainly greater than 7 tens. So as 12 tens is greater than 7 tens, it means 124 is greater than 79. So whenever you are having 100 grid, it certainly represents 10 tens. So 124 is certainly greater than 79. So whenever you are having uh, two numbers and they are having different number of digits, so the number with greater digits will be greater than the other number. So here we were having two numbers, 124 having three digits and 79 having two digits. So the number 124 is greater than 79. So let's move on to the our rule number two. Rule number two states that whenever we are comparing two three-digit numbers, firstly we will compare the highest digit place value, and if in a three-digit number the highest place value digit is hundreds, so firstly we will compare 100 digits, then we will if they are equal, then we will move towards 10 digit. If they are equal to, then we will move towards one digit. So again we are having two numbers that we have to compare using this strategy, uh, following the rule number two. So here we have a number 132 and 129. So let us firstly compare the highest place value digit, which is 100 place digits. So here we can see the 100 digit place is the same. Now we will move towards the tens digit number. Here we can see the tens digit are different. So as 3 and 2 are different, but at the same time we can see that 3 is greater than 2. And if 3 is greater than 2, then we can say that the number 132 is greater than 129. Always, whenever you're comparing numbers, always start comparing from the highest place value digit. Whenever you are comparing two digits of the two numbers of same number of digits, you will always start comparing from the highest place value digit. So let us compare. Let us analyze another example following the same pattern. Here we are having two numbers, 141 and 148. Both are three-digit numbers, so we can compare them using the rule number two. Firstly, we will compare the 100 digit. Here we can see that 100 at both the in both the numbers, the 100 digits are same. In the first number it is 1 and the second number it is also 1, so they are same. Now let us analyze their digits at the ones tens place. Now we will comparing the second digit, which is also second in the place value. So here we compare the tens digits, and it is 4, and there it's also 4. They are also again the same. Now move towards the third digit, which is of the least place value, and here the ones digit. Now here it is in 141 it is 1, and in 148 it is 8. So certainly they are different. Now compare these digits, as 1 is smaller than 8, so we can say that 141 is smaller than 148. So this was all how by for comparing numbers. Now let us reinforce what we have learned in these slides. Here we have seen that how do we compare numbers. Numbers can be compared in two ways. If same number of digits, then number with if the numbers are having different number of digits, so number with greater number of digits is greater. Secondly, if numbers are having same number of digits, then we will compare those numbers starting from the highest place value digit. So how do we compare three-digit numbers? We compare the three-digit numbers by starting from the highest place value. And firstly, we compare hundreds, then we compare tens, and then we compare ones. And wherever we find some different digit, we compare those digits, and likewise we compare those numbers. So now it is your turn. Um, Firstly, you will tell me which of the following is smaller and which of the following is greater. We are having a pair of numbers here. Here you can see that we have, I have told you that when we are comparing numbers, we start from the highest place value. So firstly, we will compare 1 with 1. Oh, they are the same. They are same. Now compare 3 with 4. Oh, 3 and 4 are different. 3 and 4 are different. It means we can say that 3 is less than 4. And if 3 is less than 4, then certainly 134 is less than 141. 141. Now move towards our second pair of numbers. Here we are having 240 and 136. Both are having same number of digits. So starting comparing from the highest place value digit, here we have 2, here we have 1. Both are different. And if they are different, we can see that 2 is greater than 1. And if 2 is greater than 1, then certainly 240 is also greater than 136. Now let us move towards our third pair of numbers. Here is 135 and here 239. So start comparing from the highest place value. Here 1 is smaller than 2. 1 is smaller than 2. If 1 is smaller than 2, then we can say that 135 is smaller than 239. Clear all, and that's it. Now move towards our second uh, second reinforcement session. Now here we have provided three numbers, and we have to compare them by finding the smallest and greatest. So firstly, let us see which of the following. Firstly, as all these numbers having the same number of digits. So firstly, compare the digits of the highest place value, 3, 4, 2. Then we can see that 4 is the greatest, 4 is the greatest, and 2 is the smallest. So we can say that 41 is the greatest and 26 is the smallest. Here we have only compared the first place value digits, and as they were different, so from those digits we have uh, understood what is the comparison among the numbers. Now let us move towards our second example, and here we are provided with the three numbers, and all the numbers are having same number of digits. So let us first analyze their first digit. Here we are having 2, 4, here we are having 2, and here we are having 3. Here we can see that the greatest of all is 4 and the smallest of all is 2. So we can say that 40 is the greatest and 36 is the smallest. Now let us move to the third example, and here we go. Here again we are having same number of digits. So firstly we will compare their first digit of the highest place value. Here we are having 3, here we are having 3, here we are having 5. Oh, 5 is the greatest. So we can say that 50 is the greatest. Now how to find the smallest? Because here is also 3, here we are also 3. So which of these is the smallest? Although 35 and 39 both are smaller than 50. But out of all these two numbers, which number is the smallest? We have to compare the second digit. Here we have 5 and here we have 9. So here we can see that 5 is smaller than 9, and if the 5 digit 5 is smaller than 9, then we can say that number 35 is smaller than number 39. So that was all. And now let's recap what we have learned in this lesson. Firstly, we have seen that a three-digit number is always greater than a two-digit number. This is the case with the numbers we are comparing of different digits. Now, whenever we are comparing the different digit numbers, if we are having two numbers of three, both are have the three digit, having comprising of three digits, Then firstly, we will compare the 100 place digit place value. Secondly, we will, if they are same, then we will compare the digits of the tens place value. And if they are also same, then we will compare the ones digit place value digits. So whenever we are comparing numbers of different digits, the number which is comprising of greater number of digits is always greater. And when we are comparing two numbers of same number of digits, then firstly we will compare the highest place value, then the smaller, and then the smallest. And if they are three-digit numbers, firstly we will compare hundreds, then we will compare tens, and at the end we will compare ones. And the greater the comparing digit, greater will be number. And this was all with today's lesson. And now I will assign you with some tasks, and you are expected to solve these tasks on the textbook and submit the scanned copies of the solved task uh, by tomorrow. So exercise 1F, which is on page number 15 of the textbook, question number 1, 2, and 3 will be submitted by tomorrow. And that's all with today's lesson. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.